Anthropic, the company behind Claude, just came out with a model so powerful that they're scared to release it to the public. This could be one of the most powerful AI models we've seen that is potentially going to hit the market yet. They allegedly wrote a blog post about it yesterday, then took it down. But we found that blog post, and I'm going to show it to you in this video. Talk about this new model and its capabilities, why they're concerned, and spoiler alert, it's due to cybersecurity, and a lot more updates just as far as the Claude ecosystem in this video. So with all of that being said, let's dive in. We're just going to get right into the article. This was apparently preserved by this guy, Mythos, which Alex Finn quoted. Before they took it down, he, I guess, saved it and re-put it up. And again, I'm going off of like what everybody's saying. I checked all of the Claude socials and their founders and their associates. Could not find this article anywhere. I do know that this is an official leak, Claude Mythos, and this is the new AI model, which is by far the most powerful AI model ever developed. And I won't read it verbatim to you, but basically what it's saying is that it's so advanced, it can potentially be used to commit large-scale cyber attacks. That's something I've been concerned about for a while regarding AI, is that you do have a lot of bad actors out there, and as good as the technology gets for people that use it for good, it also gets that bad for people that use it for bad. I've seen more scams and hacks with the recent developments of AI in the last year than I probably have in the last few years, and that's coming from somebody who's been in tech for a while, and it's probably just going to get worse. Anthropic has notoriously taken the stance against using things for evil, as they just had conflict with the government, the US government, over being able to use their models for mass surveillance and for autonomous weapons. I actually created a full video on that. If you want to check that out, it's very interesting. Maybe not to the full public. I thought it was really interesting, but yeah, they're saying that it's so far ahead in cyber capabilities, this passage upcoming wave of models, that it can exploit vulnerabilities in ways that far outpace it. I also want to talk about one of the reasons why they're taking so long to, or why they kind of teased it but aren't releasing it yet, is that it is such a strong model that it's going to be expensive. So they even say, for those reasons, we're taking a slower, more gradual approach and releasing Mythos with our current models, and they are releasing it to, okay, so it says it's a large compute intensive model. It's very expensive for us to serve and will be expensive for our customers to use. We're working to make the model much more efficient before any general release. I've even heard the word or the number $2,000 being thrown around. I don't know if it's going to be $2,000 per month, but I do know people that would pay that for the best model on the market. So just something to think about, something to digest. But this model is going to be called Mythos, and it is coming. It's going to be better than Opus 4.6, which Opus 4.6, which is their latest model with the smartest with reasoning and like complex tasks. And maybe Sonnet was their latest, but Opus is the highest. Has blown my mind, everybody else's mind, so I can only imagine what Mythos does. To be clear on the two names we have, Mythos is kind of like the model itself, and Capybara is like the tier. So these, again, stand over Opus, but those are the two things you see, and it looks almost identical in the actual article. You can just flip over from Mythos to Capybara and kind of see the differences. It's a little complicated because Opus was like more like Opus 4.6, whereas I guess this would be like Mythos and then Capybara as a branch of that. In another Claude news, they are changing the sessions and kind of rate limiting people. And this is somebody from the team, Terrifies, says that basically with the growing demand, they're adjusting the 5-hour session limits for free, pro, and max subs, peak hours, and there's limit changes. So basically you're kind of getting throttled a little bit. Personally, I pay for the $100 plan. I have maybe hit my limits once. To me, it's awesome. He's saying that this is only going to affect 7% of users, but I do notice as I'm in the tech space, it is affecting a lot of people already. They're changed for that. I did want to point that out. I mean, you even have people going to the extreme of saying Anthropic just rugged everyone. And then in this screenshot specifically, it basically talks about, exactly what he said, how if you want your limits unchanged, then you need to operate outside of the 5 a.m. to 11 a.m. Pacific time, which, it's kind of like 8 to 8 to 2-ish Eastern time. I had to do that in my head real quick. But basically, if you want to operate at full scale like you were doing, you would have to do it outside those peak hours. But inside of peak hours, they are doing more rate limits, which again, I don't personally have a problem with, but I know people that are affected. Are you still using Anthropic, or are you using something else? Let me know down below.